Welcome to the Money Savvy Parents Podcast, the podcast for parents to gain financial education to then pass on through the generations. I am your host, Laura, mother to 3 beautiful children and founder of a financial coaching business, Savvy Peacocks. Let's remove the taboo from money together. Welcome back to my podcast. My name's Laura. It's great to have you with me again today. Today we're going to be delving into something that's important for all families, but maybe not something that's on the priority list. So let's listen into that question and answer it.
Hi Laura, hope you're well. Just another question today. I've heard you talking about working towards family goals and involving the children a little bit more. Could you explain more about what that might involve and how we can get started? Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for this question, because this is actually the whole crux of my business within Savvy Peacocks and what I do and why I do it. So I think that's probably the best place to start, and then I can explain to you what that can look like. So the way I work with clients on a one-to-one basis is we decide between us, what are your goals? What are your 2 or 3 things that you want to work towards? And then from there, we work out what that looks like, what the options might be, how to involve everybody within the family so that it is a family goal that you're working towards. And it might be something as simple as getting a certain area of your money in order. Let's say you want to realign your savings, or it could be something more tangible, like working towards a particular something that you want to get done in the house, or maybe a particular family holiday. So it's really personalized to every single person. And the reason I do this is because I want to break down that taboo subject of money. I want money to be talked about within our families so that we can use those live examples that are happening within your family that are unique to you, that you can then use that as an education tool to teach your children what I believe is the vital life skill of understanding how money works, how to use it to your advantage, and how to use it to unlock your potential and your options for the future. And the reason why I think that's important is because it's not taught in schools widely. Some schools play around with it. Financial literacy is at an all-time low in the UK at the moment, at only 67%. And the way I see it is the only way we're going to increase that is to be as good as we can be financially as individuals, but also, particularly for parents, to be able to share that life skill with our future generations, because it's our children that are going to increase that financial literacy. And let's face it, our children are probably going to be working very differently to how we have worked over the years. They're going to be moving in this age whereby many more jobs are going to be online. They're going to be working remotely. Maybe they're going to be working from home. Therefore, they'll have time to maybe have side hustles, or maybe they're definitely going to have less time for commuting and things like that. So they will have other ways in which they want to work, which will be different from how we've worked. So for me, there's a lot to talk to our children about, because their lifestyle is going to be very different. Therefore, the way they use money is going to be very different. The way they access money is going to be very different. So, and for me, this issue of whether it's a life skill or where it kind of fits in is, for me, talking about money and educating your children financially is just as important as some of the other life skills that probably the majority of us do. For me, it falls in line with teaching them how to ride a bike, learning to swim. And quite a lot of us may well invest a lot of time or a lot of money into that. And so therefore, I actually believe that teaching them how to manage their money so that they don't have issues in the future as they go into adulthood, or they might start to be scared or anxious about money because no one's talked to them about it, is actually way more important than teaching them to ride a bike or teaching them to swim, because a lot of adults don't ever ride a bike past their childhood, and a lot of adults don't even swim, or particularly swim at a certain level they might do for leisure. So for me, that's where it's our responsibility to teach children around money. So the benefit of using family goals in this way is not only are you teaching them around money and what that involves, but you're also teaching them how to work towards a goal, how things don't just appear, and that often we have to work towards our goals in order to get there. So that's where this all draws in line. It makes perfect sense to me. It's crystal clear. Why would you not use that opportunity? So there's a few ways in which you can do that and bring that to life within your family. The first thing I would say is to use the opportunity to have some kind of family meeting. Now, you don't have to label it as a family meeting. It can just be over Sunday dinner or any time in which you're all together as a family unit where you have space to talk and converse. And within that time, you're going to talk about what's important to us as a family, what decisions do we want to make, what do we want to be working towards, what as a family, what are our short-term, our medium-term and our long-term goals? What do we all need collectively to be as happy as we possibly can be within our life? So is it that, I don't know, Poppy needs a certain something, or is it that you need something as a whole family? What is it on the short term, the medium and the long term goals that you all need as a family unit? And from there you can talk about, okay, how are we all going to contribute to that family goal? How are we all going to make these things come alive? What can we all do individually? And there'll be things that you can do as an adult and as a parent, but there'll also be things that the children can get involved with. So let's say you're going to decide that you'd like to, as a family, set a goal of going to Disneyland next summer. So putting a monetary value on that, where are we at with our savings at the moment? How much do we need to get to? Making that come alive by maybe putting something within the family home that you're all working towards, but then explaining to the children, the more you help and work towards and contribute towards this, the better experience we'll have, and allow them to get their creative juices flowing. So maybe they want to start selling something, maybe they want to invent something, maybe that they want to go out into your local community and offer a service and then put that money or some of that money into this family goal. And I'm not saying it should be like the be all and end all and that's all they ever do, but helping them realize that any money that they do have access to, they have a choice as to what they do with it. So if you've all decided that this is our joint family goal, then they may well want to get involved and contribute to it. And how can they all do that to allow the goal to happen, or even happen quicker than you want it to? So it's really about what that goal will mean to them. So in your family meeting, you're talking about, okay, if we get to that, that's what our family goal is. That's what we're going to do to contribute to it. What ways in which can we get there quicker? But then also, what will it mean to you once we've achieved that goal? And bringing it to life within the home, having an end date in mind, making it very visual, including everybody, for me, is the best way to succeed. As parents, we carry so much burden on our shoulders around bringing experiences to life for our children, providing things for them, allowing them to be as happy as possible. But actually, you can share that burden with them, vocalize it with them, get them involved in this, allowing them to help it come to life, because you're teaching them so much all at the same time. So in summary, allowing children to have a tangible example of how to work towards a goal is, for me, the most effective thing you can do. I can't tell you what your goals are going to be. I can't tell you how to do it. All I can help you with is guide you along the way of what that might look like, some ideas about how you could get them involved. But it's going to be individual and unique to all of you as family units. Put more meaning behind that goal, why it's important. And then lastly, use it as a space to allow them to understand the true value of the experiences or the things around them, so that they're not just taking your lifestyle and taking what you've created for granted. I hope that helps answer your question. I really, in case you can't tell, I'm very passionate about this subject, and this is one of my awesome parts of my job that I love doing, because this really is where the magic happens at the same time as educating your children. And I don't think you can put a price on that. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to being with you next time on the podcast. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to Money Savvy Parents. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please subscribe and post your money questions within a review for future episodes. If you want to learn more, then please join my Money Savvy Parents Facebook group or club on Clubhouse. Let's remove the taboo from money together.